Hello. My name is Kylene, and this is a channel about cross stitch. It's been quite a while. I'm sorry I haven't been here, but I'm here now. Life has been lifing. It's been very busy. As you can see, I'm in a different spot. I'm coming to you live from the beautiful shores of Wildwood, New Jersey. I am at my shore spot. I am on vacation. And this vacation, although I usually take a later vacation, this vacation could not come at a better time. I really needed the break from work. So I'm here. This is my stitchy spot. This is the inspiration for my beginning of where my cross stitch journey started. I have a week off down here. I'm kind of doing a self-cation right now. I told my husband I got off. Today is Thursday, June 6th. I got off from work. Monday was my last day, and then I have like 10 days off. So I was like, honey, I'm heading down the shore. I love you, but I need to stitch and be by my lonesome, and I'm gonna film a floss tube. I'm packing up all of my stitchy crap and my computer so I can edit, and I'm gonna get a floss tube episode out to the masses. So we made it. I am, my apologies. I gotta start off with an apology. For those of you that follow me on Instagram, I had posted a little teaser picture of like my whole Mira stash, like all over my craft table. And I had filmed a floss tube for the intention of posting it for like Mirabilia May, because I love fancy lady stitching. But my life went way into overdrive, like with work and some personal stuff, and I just could not get the time nor mental capacity, I guess, to sit down and edit that floss tube. And then I watched it back and I was like, it's too late. Like this doesn't even apply. This isn't even my best work. I was like, we gotta put out some quality floss tube. So I was a Fibby McFibberson on my IG. I'm very sorry. So yeah, life. I haven't had a floss tube now. I think my last one was March. It was March. Holy crap, it's been almost 3 months. April, I was able to do a ton of stitching. I was gonna show you guys everything. Beginning of May, and then May hit and the shiitake mushrooms hit the fan. Yeah. So I had this amazing idea of packing up my entire vehicle with almost every single stitchy thing that I own. And I was like, you know what? This is going to be a stitchcation for me. Hubby isn't coming down till Friday. So Tuesday to Friday, it's all stitch anything you want, organize anything you want, do anything you want. And that's exactly what I've been doing. And I figured I'd film a floss tube for it. So, a couple of housekeeping things. Shannon, my first giveaway winner from, I think, the 3rd floss tube. Yeah. It's been so long. You are an angel of patience and virtue. Thank you so much for being so patient. I finally made your bag that I was gonna send all your stitchy, all the patterns and stitchy goodness in, and it's in the mail to you. Should be getting to you probably within the next day or so. I did take a picture of the bag because I'm very proud of it. So I'll pop it in right here. This was my first totally encased zipper bag. I did a couple of vinyl front bags before, but I absolutely love, look how cute that fabric is. So adorable. So yes, Shannon, your giveaway winnings are on the way. So yeah, that's where we're at. Catching up, trying to catch up on all the Flosstube that I've missed. I'm still trying to go through the comments on my Flosstubes and answer everyone back as well. Thank you to the couple of you that have checked in just to make sure I was alive, and I was alive and well, just dead inside from work. That's literally it. I don't want to get too much into my work, but as you guys, most of you know, I've mentioned on my channel before that I'm an ICU nurse, and I live in Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. I never explained to you what my specialty is. I've been a trauma nurse for 12 years. I did 7 years on med-surg. I'm in my fourth year in the ICU. Yes, 4th year. And when the weather turns nice and warm, the unfortunate instances of gun violence, victims of violent crime, stabbings, shootings, and then also injuries from accidents and people getting hit by cars, they skyrocket. And it felt like it got really busy at work really fast. Pretty much all of May, all of my shifts consisted of taking care of patients that were extremely critically injured and just trying to help. And my job as a nurse is to take care of those patients, and I wouldn't change my job for the world. I absolutely love what I do, but I've had multiple shifts in May, probably for like a string of 2 weeks in a row, where I was trying to basically keep my patient alive for my entire 12 hours of my shift. And I love the challenge. It is, horrible situations that people come into us for, but I consider it a privilege to take care of these people that are in dire need of care and to help them. And I love it. But doing that for multiple shifts in a row where you can't even breathe, pee, eat because you're trying to save somebody is very taxing on my brain, So when I come home at night, I don't even think about stitching, let alone I don't even go on Instagram. Like, I literally just sit there, maybe throw something in my mouth to eat, gargle some water down finally. And my hubby gets it. He's like, I already see the shape you're in. I know you had a rough shift. I love you. I'm here if you need anything. He's fabulous with it. And I don't talk much. I usually just head right up to bed to get ready for if I'm in the next day or something. But yeah, so May was very busy for work, and that's one of the reasons why I haven't been as present in the stitchy social world. So my apologies for that, but I know you guys don't care. You're probably screaming at me like, stop apologizing and show the whips, right? Show the stitchy goodness, and I have some goodness to share. So I'm gonna start with some whips that I did previously in like April, since I haven't talked to you guys since March. I'll start off with them, and then I'll start off with the whips that I actually was able to touch in May. And those are mostly the Miras, because I had planned on doing a whole Mira May. I'm going to touch all my Mira whips and start all the Miras and blah, 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 blah. But, I started a couple, not as much as I really wanted to do. May, by the numbers of my stitch count, I do monthly stitch counts for everything. May was by far my worst stitchy month, by far. Almost half as many stitches as I usually do. So, and then I figured I have one new start that I started yesterday to kick off my vacation, so I'll show you that. And then I stopped by my local my local stitchy shop down here, Stitch by Stitch in Cape May, and I'll show you what I got over there. And should maybe share some plans and what I plan to do for the week. So let's start off with some whips, shall we? All right, so these whips are from April. Sorry, I have like my whole coffee table in front of me packed with just stitchy stuff. If my husband were to see what I brought down, he literally would laugh at me and be like, what the fork are you doing? I'm actually surprised because I talk to him every night. He calls me when he gets home from work, and I'm surprised he hasn't said anything about my empty stitchy shelves at home. I guess he hasn't noticed, which is fine. That's totally fine. But any whoozy wazy, I am gonna start off with one of my favorite whips. This definitely got the most love in April. And this is Portugal #1 Pena Palace from Cross Stitch the Globe, Stephanie. This is one of my favorites that I worked on. I put an extra 3,044 stitches in it. Sorry, it's wrinkled, but it can't iron easy grid because my grid will disappear. This is 19.63% done. And the last time you saw it, I did just have sky. And then I finished most of the sky, like the white sky part there. And then I started on the palace. And I stitched this in hand. It looks really messy because I'm a lazy stitcher and I like to start and finish all of my threads on the front. So these are just waste threads hanging here, but this is gonna look amazing. And I just caught up on their Flosstube, and did you guys see that Stephanie came out with a booklet of Game of Thrones themed patterns? They're awesome. You have to go check out the Flosstube. I think it's Flosstube 20 from them. And it says it's titled Secrets Revealed. Stephanie, those patterns look amazing, and that is on my next list to buy from my Etsy list that I usually do and save. So I didn't bring out all my whips from April. I only brought out the whips that have like tangible, what do they call it? Tangible progress. Everybody's calling it, right? So my next whip is the Never Ending Letters from Mermaids, letter A. I'm stitching this for my niece, of course. I was trying to get it done for her birthday, first birthday in March, but that didn't work out. But I just made plans, and my brother and his wife and her name's Aria are coming down for 4th of July weekend, so down here. So maybe I'll have it done by then. I don't know, no promises, but the tangible progress that I got in was I finally have a mermaid. There she is. I did 356 stitches on her. Not too much, but it feels like a lot just because I got the mermaid in. This is done on the called for 32 count Waterlily linen from Wichelt. And it's in my personal bag that I made. Oh, is that, you can't really tell, but yeah. My vinyl front bag, and that's my working copy. My next whip is actually most likely gonna be my next finish, and I'm hoping to get it done this week. M is for Mermaid, and this is by Heartstring Samplery. M is for Mermaid, so cute. I am doing this on a 32 count Lakeside linen called Bittersweet. Oh, I love it. And I have one more mermaid to put in and a little bit of the border here on this side. So I got this mermaid in, and I hit a first with this whip. The first time I ever ran into French knots. I actually had a YouTube, Google a YouTube video, whatever the first one was, teach me how to do a French knot because I never did one. They're actually not that bad. I don't know if I could do hundreds of them in a row like some patterns call for, but they weren't bad. And the French knots are in the eyes and mouth of the mermaid. That is that. Love it. Like I said, probably got like maybe like 300 more stitches to go on that. I could definitely get that done. That would be so cute as a little, I don't know if I want to make it a pillow or frame it in a cute little frame and have it on one of my tables down here. I don't know, we'll see. So that's that. Now, I did have a couple new starts in April, and at the beginning of April, I actually started another full coverage whip, and I started this is a start along I did with Alara. It's called Chimera Black Rose by Lori Pringle. Hold on, I'm trying to get to it in my markup here. How did I come about the start along? Oh, I was watching one of her floss tubes and I saw her show the pattern and she was getting ready to start. I was like, oh my God, I just bought that pattern. And she's like, oh my God, let's do a start along. Or I said that, I don't know. I don't remember the conversation. But anyway, we started it together. I absolutely love it. I love unicorns and purple. And oh man. Okay, there we go. It's pretty, the lighting in here is kind of dark. It looks more black than purple, but it's very purple. I just think it's absolutely beautiful, just my style. I am doing this, first time I'm trying this combo. It's 1/1 full cross on 25 count, and I love it. 1/1 full cross on 25 is awesome. I love the coverage. I love that it's not bulky. This was a breeze to work on. I have 3,556 stitches on this. And this was a really nice palette cleanser, I think, at the time that I started this, because it was just like swaths of single colors going darker and darker. It's the purple. So it was just nice to throw this in my Lori stand and do my two-handed stitching, and I got a ton done. It was really nice. I was listening to some books on Audible. And then of course, April is when the Deadly Aquarium SAL started. Deadly Aquarium by Lola Crow Cross Stitch. And I finished the tank border and then just started the first exhibit. A little bit of the first exhibit. I know the second exhibit's out already, but listen, the fact that I got this done, the tank itself, and didn't just say fork it and not do anything, is a testament to my will to successfully complete a SAL. Because it was my first one. So, let's see, I started this, the SAL began on April 12th. I had worked that weekend, so I didn't start it till April 16th. And then a lot of May is when I did this. And I finished the first part on June 1st. Yes, I did. So here it is. Look how cool it looks. Listen, I know everybody's showing this, but it's really cool. I know everybody has it as a whip. I just absolutely love this. I'm doing this on a 32 count. This is actually a hand dyed, and it's very soft, and I got it off AliExpress. I could not tell you where I got it from. I would have to go back into my orders of AliExpress, but I am very, very surprised and pleased at how nice this actually is. I wanted it to be green, but I wanted it to be like a muddy green. So this, you can actually see like the modeling, there's some gray. So it's green and gray. And also, it's opalescent. And I just love it. I did everything called for except for black. Black, I wanted to try Anchor Black. And I think I'm an Anchor Black convert. The coverage of Anchor is superior to DMC 310. It really is. So yeah, and that's it. And I can't get over the seagulls. They're so freaking cute. Once she released the tank and the seagulls were on there, I was like, I'm done. Take all my money. And well, I had already bought it anyway. I was like, give me all the seagulls. Like, as you could tell, I have like a thing for seagulls. It's just like the one animal that reminds me of the beach. And I know they can be crazy and they can be aggressive, but I have such an endearment for seagulls themselves. I mean, look at these. Look how cute these are. I won these on the boardwalk last year. So you'll see seagull themed things throughout my house. I actually should show you the reason why I bought this shore house. I'll show it to you right here. That's my dining room ceiling here. They had it the previous owners had it painted with seagulls. And that it was just, as soon as we walked in and saw the house and everything, I was just like, take all of my money. How much do you need? Do you need nursing services for the rest of your life? Do you want my firstborn child? What do you need for me to buy this house? So that was a huge selling point. And then here, this is my cute little wall. And you could see, like, see how this is a seagull that's framed? That's actually painted on the wall and they put a frame around it. How cute is that? Isn't that adorable? I lucked out. I really did. I feel like I hit the lottery with this place. And it's, I'm very proud to have it. Any whoozy wazy. Those were my April whips. Now, May, I had a lot of plans in May. And then, you know, life got extra lifey, work got extra worky, and it just didn't pan out. But I did touch some of my Mira whips for Mirabilia May. The first one is Autumn Queen Mirabilia. I did 306 stitches, and I am doing this on a 32 count linen from Ship's Manor. Oh. Autumn Queen, she's out of print, but she's a beaut. I love her, and I love this fabric she's on. I did some more, let's see if I don't have my board down here, so let's see. I did some more of her cape over on this side. This is gonna be all whisper thread in here. And then I started the outline of her, the other side of her bodice. So I love this so much. You love all your whips, but every time I pull this out, I'm like, here it is. Here it is. And then I'm like, ooh, squirrel, different mirror. Different mirror. Get another one. So that's that. I touched that one. Oh, where can I put all my crap? There we go. My second mirror whip I touched was my Sleeping Princess. I'm doing this on a 32 count hemp linen from Jackson Fabric Arts on Etsy. I love this. I did put in an additional 356 stitches on this. And what I did was, sorry guys, I'm a little rusty here, okay? Look, I was just about to show you, it just can't. Get yourself together, Kylene. There we go. I'm working on this little bedspread right here. Okay. Bringing that down, and then I extended. I'm starting to get into the bed frame on this side. So, looks really good. Oh, I love it. such a joy to stitch. I really do like the hemp fabric, man. It's really good. And I did some organizing of my fabric stash itself, since I lug that all down here. And I have probably like 5 or 6 pieces of hemp fabric that still need patterns to be paired with. So I'm hoping to do that. Organizing my fabric stash, I realize I'm a hoarder of 32 count and a hoarder of Fiberlicious Yummy Fiber fabric. So those are the 2 Mira whips that I touched. I was able to start very small, modest starts, but I was able to start 2 Miras during May. So my first one is actually a one that I've been wanting to start, but I wanted to wait for a special time to start it. So May 4th is the anniversary of when I graduated nursing school. So what better start should I have than Nightingale? Inspired by Florence Nightingale, the mother of nursing. I think she is just gorgeous. So I started her on May 4th in honor of my 12th anniversary of graduating nursing school. I am doing this, it calls for 32 count Laurel linen from Wichelt, which is a light swamp green color, but I wanted to go a little bit bolder, and I'm doing this on 32 count Picture This Plus in Swamp. I did a center start on this. That's 422 stitches. Am I holding this the correct way? No, I am not. So it's going to be landscape wise, because of course she's longer. She's that way. So this is my start. I love it. It's like an army green mottled color, and I just think the contrast with the golds, yellows, and the blues in this are really pretty. This is 422 stitches, and I said I did a center start. So direct center is, I can't even find it, right here. Can you see? I know, it's really small. Listen, at least my nails aren't ugly this time. I put press-ons just for you guys. I'm just kidding. I put press-ons on because my nails are so ugly. And, oh, that's another thing that happened that prevented me. I smashed my middle finger, this one. Sorry, I don't want to flip you off. I smashed it in a door between a piece of furniture. I was moving furniture. Thought I broke my finger, right? And I was like, oh, I won't be able to stitch and work, and what am I gonna do? Blah, 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 blah. No, it wasn't broken. It was fine. I was able to move it, didn't lose any function, but I lost my nail. Like, the nail came completely off. Like, no blood or anything, but I think I hit it at such an angle where my nail, like, essentially died and fell off. I don't know. It's really disgusting. Sorry. I'm sorry if you're squeamish. I'm very sorry. I'm all healed up now. The nail is growing in, but I was like, I can't film a floss tube and have no nail just flailing about. That would be weird, right? Sorry, I'm myself. I can't. The thoughts that run through my head, I just have sometimes no filter. So I've seen a lot in life, so that's why I am the way that I am. Anywho, back to my second start was a Mira start that I started in May. Was one that I've been wanting. I've had kitted up forever and just never started it. Back a couple years ago, I was extremely lucky to find this on secondary market for a very reasonable price. I don't remember what I paid for, but it's definitely not the prices that they're going for now. And that is Touching the Autumn Sky. I just love this pattern. It's nostalgia, and the beauty of it and the cuteness of it and the autumn theme. I just love it. I loved it from the first time I seen it. I was like, I need it. I hunted this down for a long time. I had this in my search for a long time, and it finally popped up, and I took it while I could. So this calls for 32 count sky blue linen. I am doing this by Wichelt. I am doing this actually on 32 count Wichelt linen, but it's called Icelandic blue. And I did a left corner start. So this is the top left corner. Of course, up here, it makes it easy. And I have done 397 stitches so far, 2 over 2. I can't wait till I get to the cute little cherub of an angel looking child. I do not have a working copy of this or Nightingale because I learned how to use GoodNotes. Finally, I bit the bullet and I downloaded it, and I absolutely love GoodNotes. It makes it so easy. All you do is you take a picture of your pattern, and in GoodNotes itself, you can zoom in to like all the stitches and you can mark it off with a highlighter. The only thing is I still have to manually count my stitches, but I've been doing that anyway, so I don't mind, and I love it. So my next one, my last Mira that I touched for May was Damask Roses. I had started it previously. I had started a top right border. Let me get the picture out. Hold, please. I had started up here. This is Damask Roses. This is Mirabilia #1 from 1993. It started up here, right? Yeah. Up here. I'd gotten like 300 stitches in of this single border, and I was like, every time I pulled it out, I was like, why do my stitches look so wonky? And then I finally pulled it out and looked at it, and I was like, the show cannot go on. This must be picked out and this must be restarted because this is not my best work. So I did. I picked out the stitches and I restarted in the center. I stitch in hand with a lot of my Miras. And this one, for whatever reason, I'm stitching this on a 32 count Persephone by Fiberlicious. And I absolutely love the fabric, but I realized, I don't know, this fabric was like too soft for me to have really nice straight stitches while stitching in hand. So I just threw it in a hoop and did a center start. So that's what I did. I'm such an idiot. I've realized that I've been looking up in this corner for my camera, and the camera's here. Hi, how are you? Oh my Lord. Hey, how you doing? Not refilming. Definitely not refilming. But anyway, I did a center start. This is in the middle of her dress by her knees. I did 304 stitches. I threw it in a hoop, called it a day, and it looks so much better. I'm very happy with my progress. Center, right here. Right at the knee. And I love it. Love it even more. All right, so that's my Mira. That's my Mira madness of May, along with my crazy work. And now we're in the first week of June. My vacation, it's summer, I'm living life, I'm on a selfie-cation, I'm having a Celsius. Oh, speaking of, I was trying to think why I just have not gotten that extra, you know, boost in energy every time I drink a energy drink or coffee. I just thought like my caffeine tolerance is just ridiculously high that I just can't. No, I'm anemic. I found out from the doctor. My blood count's low. So now I have to take iron and I'll be fine. But that's another reason. I was tired all the time. I had to take naps. Couldn't understand why. I thought it was just mental tiredness from working. Here, I am physiologically tired because of my body needs more red blood cells. Oh, God, falling apart at the seams. Any whoozy wazy. All right, so I'm going to go into haul plans and my June start because they all kind of mesh together. My idea coming down here was I was going to pick some charts out, maybe some summer theme charts or charts I really wanted to do. And they usually called for specialty threads. So I was like, why don't I pick some charts out and then I'll go do like a little shopping trip over at Stitch by Stitch in Cape May. I like going to the brick and mortars. I'm sure everybody does. I like to touch the fabrics and touch the floss and just dream and about all the patterns that you want to buy and everything. Just walk it. It's a kid in a candy store sort of deal. So I allowed myself to do that, and I got some fabric and some specialty flosses. I can't believe I didn't come home with a pattern. Can't believe it. But I, put the brakes on because I need to utilize the patterns and kit up the patterns that I already have. So, hence my first June start is one of my old patterns. It's from Waxing Moon Designs, and I'm doing Summer Stack. It's adorable. This calls for Gentle Arts and Weeks Dye Works. So I kitted, it does, I do need Jabco buttons for this, but I can always order them online. But I started this was my first start for vacation in June. I'm stitching this on 32 count Picture This Plus in the color of Tycho. And I got the sun done. Look how cute he is. This is 328 stitches. I did that last night. So the sun is out now, finally, and it's kind of drowning out the color. It's actually a little bit darker, but I thought this would look great. I actually have all the flosses with me. Here's my little floss tosh. Flossy toss on there. Cute, right? Gotta figure out where I could put all this crap. I spent like almost 2 hours setting all of this up and planning this floss tube. Because there's so many good floss tubes out there, like so many. And I just want to bring quality work to the table like they all do, A piece of fabric I bought from the L&S from Stitch by Stitch is I finally got my hands on Atomic Ranch fabric. They brought a boatload home from Market, I think, and I went crazy. This is 32 count Atomic Ranch in the color of Moonstone. Oh Lord, that is gorge. I actually don't have any, I'm gonna pick a pattern out some point today to put on here, but I love it. I know I'm gonna love it so much. I learned from the ladies at Stitch by Stitch that apparently the dyer of Atomic Ranch used to or still does, I'm not sure, for Picture This Plus, and I was like, see, I knew I would love them because I have a ton of Picture This Plus fabric, and I love Picture This Plus. I know some people, it is tight. It's a tighter weave because of the hand dyeing process, but I actually like it because it makes the fabric a little bit stiffer for me to stitch in hand, and it makes my stitches look very uniform. And I actually like the tighter fabric because it also makes the stitches look fluffier. So that's just my take on Picture This Plus. But my next pattern that I kitted up was Birds of a Feather. This is Lost Spirits. Yes, I have some Halloween. I could never not do Halloween. I do Halloween all year round, and I was so excited to get this kitted up. This is done with Weeks Dye Works. I definitely got off secondary, and I can't really tell in the picture, but it says, lost spirits do not embody me on this night of All Hallows Eve. And it's charted for 2001. So I'm thinking that's when the pattern was. I showed this in a haul video. I think either my second Flosstube maybe. And I love it. I was like, I have to kit that up. The only thing I did not, I have the fabric from Stash, and I think it's gonna look fabulous on a 40 count vintage country mocha from Zweigart. And I'll show you some of the flosses. That I got. Now it's gonna get all dark and stormy outside. Great. Great. I'm in my beach attire. I've been trying to go to the pool all day, and every time I see a peak of sun, I was like, oh. And then I go to my front door, and the sun went away. Anywho. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Squirrel! I go off on tangent. I really need to just start my floss tube saying, hi, my name's Kylene. This is a YouTube about cross stitch and crazy ass tangents that I go on. Another pattern I kitted up was another Birds of a Feather called Curious as a Cat. This is stitched with sampler threads, so the gentle arts. This calls for a 28 count Green Mountain hand-dyed linen in the color of mink. I got something similar, but I chose, which I also was part of my haul, Atomic Ranch 32 count golden. It's getting blown out. There we go. Golden, and then here's my flosses. Flossy toss. I think that looks nice. Now this one floss, what is this? Oatmeal? Yeah. Oatmeal looks like it could be very similar to the fabric itself, which it is, but where it's used in the pattern is looking like the cat's snout. So it's not gonna get washed out from the fabric color. Because I know this looks like a deeper orange color in the picture. But I really wanted to utilize my new Atomic Ranch fabric. I'm using a plastic bag because the one stitchy thing that I didn't bring were my stitch bags, my Amazon stitch bags, so Ziploc it is. Another one I kitted up, just the fabric and the floss, was the Blue Flower Bumble Bear. I just think he is just so freaking cute. This is done on 40 count bird's eye view from Seraphim. Stitch by Stitch did not have that, but I chose another Atomic Ranch, and this is 40 count. And I'm doing it in the color Pistachio. It's a little bit lighter green. And this only called for 2 specialty floss threads. The rest is in DMC. So it's a Weeks Dye Works in Chrysanthemum. There we go. And Classic Color Works Watley Woods. And I had it cut to size for me using a 3-inch border for the pattern itself. And the ladies were so gracious enough to cut everything to size that I wanted. But of course I ended up buying bigger pieces anyway, because you know, you need some stuff for stash too. This one I did not buy anything from the store but I wanted to show you my fabric choice for it because I thought it was absolutely perfect. So Prairie Moon, the Crypt Club. I have been wanting to start this for years. I absolutely love this pattern. This is done in all Belle Soie silks from Classic Colorworks. I have a few of them. There's 11 Belle Soie silks in this. And it's originally stitched on 32 count Thunderstorm by Zweigart. I have, I think, 4 of the Belle Soies in stash, and I just placed an order on 123 Stitch to get the rest of the Belle Soie. But for the fabric choice, I got this in a Halloween box that Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers was a part of, and this is 32 count linen in Phantom. And I just thought that was perfect, right? It's gray, absolutely. Might be a little darker, but you know what? It's the picture of the pattern. You just never know. We're just gonna go with it. It's approximately, what, 7.8 by 11.7 high, and this is a 13 by 17 cut. So perfect, right? So I'll be waiting for my Belle Soies to come in. All right, another one I kitted up was another autumn pattern, of course. I really wanted to start a blackbird. I've been inkling for it, and I chose Halloween Eve. This, of course, was from my stash. This is from 2011, and it is stitched in Classic Colorworks and Gentle Arts. So I got all of the flosses for them. Look at these fall colors. Oh my goodness, I love them all. So there is this, so I got a 32 count linen. It's a hand dyed. It's from Volcano Stitching. I don't know if you guys remember, I think it was my second Flosstube. I got like a cat's mystery box, and it came with some fabric, and this is one of them. So this is the gray I was thinking about doing it on, and I actually think it looks pretty good. So I might be sticking with this one. We shall see. 2 more, and then I kitted up. I didn't kit this up yet, so I have this pattern called, it's a Just Nan, it's called Sirens of the Sea. I purchased this maybe a year or 2 ago, and I actually did a silver needle haul. I got this and a couple other patterns just because I wanted to give my business to some local needlework shops around the country. So that's from the Silver Needle, and I think I found the perfect fabric for it. And of course, it's an Atomic Ranch in the color Clouds. So pretty. 32 count. I think it will look fabulous. Absolutely. It's like perfect. It was meant to be. I seen that, I was like, oh, pulled it right out of the bin. And then my last kit up is probably my favorite, and they had all of the specialty floss that I needed for it. And wait till you see the fabric I'm doing it on. The fabric is from Stash. I bought all the floss from Stitch by Stitch. So I'm gonna start Rosewood Manor's High Tide. Of course, right? Down the shore. Sit them down the shore. Sit right out on my balcony and stitch. But yeah. So that's it. So for this pattern, it calls for a 32 count Midnight Mermaid linen from Under the Sea Fabrics. I thought about purchasing that and ordering that from Under the Sea Fabrics, but I have so much fabric, I was like, I really need to utilize what I have. So as you can see, it's sort of like it's a blue going into like sky color, like ombre. I don't have anything like an ombre, but I do have a mottled blue. This is from Ship's Manor. It's called Poseidon. It is a 32 count linen. I have this. Now I know it's crazy, but the floss toss of it looks amazing. I'm okay with it not being like an ombre, like going from like, ooh, under the sea to like sky. That's fine with me. It doesn't matter. But I'll show you some of the floss. This pattern calls for the wonderful Krennic, right? And then it's all Weeks Dye Works that I have. Hold on. I think that's gonna look awesome. Is some of this like, yeah, it is, but it's also blending into this one as well. So I'm not worried. I just think this is beautiful. What a nice summer palette, you know? So that's it. 32 count Poseidon by Ship's Manor. And it's also opalescent. I don't know if you could tell. Oh yeah, look at those sparkles. It's a sparkling. I am starting that ASAP. And that's it. That's all of my patterns that I kitted up from my little journey to Stitch by Stitch in Cape May. And I was very happy. I spent like an hour in there with the ladies, and they actually have a retreat coming up in November for their 30th year in business. And their retreat is from November 1st, Friday, and November 2nd, Saturday. It's in Cape May. And they are having Simona from Manny Didana and Romina from Rami's Creations. And they handed me a paper. They're like, oh my God, you have to come. It's gonna be such a good time. And I was like, I literally could do this because I would not have to pay to stay anywhere because I could just stay at my house in Wildwood. Wildwood and Cape May are right next to each other. It's literally a 10-minute drive to this Stitch by Stitch from here. So I am seriously thinking, and I just have to see what kind of time I have off and if I can take vacation time then, if I have the time stored. Would love to go, especially because it's like somewhere local to me. And I'm sure I'll still be riding the high from the Queen City Stitch Retreat that I would have went to in October, so, which is coming up shortly. That I'm getting really excited for. I'm so excited. All right, so that's it. Anything else haul-wise? Oh, I joined the Artsy Housewife Patreon. I cannot tell you how much I love her patterns. I was immediately top tier. I think she has multiple tiers on her Patreon. It's, for me, like me personally, I think what she offers in her Patreon for the amount you pay is absolutely, you're getting a great deal. And also she lets you see the patterns that she's going to be releasing prior to, and if you're a Patreon member, you get to purchase them, I think, at a discount, I believe. So I highly recommend her Patreon if you like any of her stuff. It's absolutely wonderful. I need to show you the pattern that I bought immediately as it dropped. As soon as the Patreon store opened up, I was like, sold, please give me. I'm doing all PDFs, so. I'm sure probably some of you guessed it. Beach rat. Look at this seagull. Look how amazing that is charted. And the pattern itself is impeccable. I cannot wait to start this. I do have a 32 count beige from Weeks Dye Works I might use for this. And she gives you the option of either stitching it with the beach rat or without the beach rat. I, of course, am doing it with, because that's exactly what seagulls are down here. Beach rat. I love it. This is from her Patreon. Birds and butterflies. Look how beautiful. I just love her color palette, man. Her color palette is absolutely beautiful. Cats and cocoa. I definitely want to do that one. Of course. Would you expect anything less? No. Did I save any more? Hold, please. Sorry. Where did all my files go? There we go. Ah, this is the last one I wanted to show you from the Artsy Housewife. This is from her Patreon. Garden Variety Ducks. Oh my gosh, look how cute that is. I love the border. And of course the ducks are just darling. So cute, right? So yeah, that Patreon is, I look forward to every time she posts something. She's absolutely wonderful. I think her name is Gigi, right? Yeah. So, wonderful job. So I have a couple of summer patterns that I kitted up that I never actually started. I have them fully kitted. So I figured I'd show you some of them. There's only a couple of them, but these are contenders that could be started this week. My first contender is Beach Boardwalk by Country Cottage Needleworks. I'm sure you've seen some of this. Beach Boardwalk. They come in all the multiple patterns, but I'm gonna stitch these all together. They're so cute. And it reminds me of my little boardwalk down here in Wildwood. Actually, it's not a little boardwalk. This boardwalk is massive here. Tons of rides, tons of good food. I kitted this up. It called for, looks like Classic Colorworks and some DMC. And I am doing this on the called for, which is 32 count Star Sapphire by Wichelt. And I actually already cut it to size. So this is what it's gonna be like on here. I'll stitch them all together. It looks like I did the math and everything. Border stitch on 32 count, so I'll have a 3-inch border on here. Stitch count altogether is 413 by 71. I believe I did not have to do the math for that. If you wanted to stitch these all together on the Country Cottage Needleworks website, they give you the stitch count and math for that. So that's how I did that. My brain would hurt if I tried to do that myself. So that is a contender. One of the oldest patterns I've had kitted up is called Summer Signs by the Tiny Modernist. And I can't believe I haven't started this yet. I've had it for so long. Just thought that was adorable. And I already have, look at these colors. This is DMC. I literally just have to start it. And I got that, and I'm gonna do it on Stormy Clouds by Zweigart, 32 count. It's so pretty. Oh man, I love it. I don't know why I didn't start it yet. I don't know why. because, you know, it's like the ultimate squirrel. You go on a tangent and you just don't make it back around. All right, my last summer one that I have is Comfort Lighthouse by Carriage House Samplings. I love this pattern. I am going to do this on a 32 count Platinum Belfast linen from Zweigart. That's that. And there's not many colors either. Now, 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 DMC colors. This would be a great travel stitch piece. I know that. And then, of course, this isn't summer related, but I just pulled this from my kitted pile. I was like, maybe I'll start it. And that is Prairie Moon. Thine is the trick and the treat. Thine. They stitch this using black silk, but you can do any kind of black or color, whatever you want, right? So I have a 32 count. This was a May Prim orange color from Ship's Manor. Really cool. And I have Rustic Black from Color and Cotton. Oh my gosh, I do have Color and Cotton thread. I totally forgot. So I have Rustic Black, and then also I have some extremely variegated Fiberlicious, which I got in the Halloween mystery box that Fiberlicious was a part of. But I was thinking I would pick some of the motifs and do them in the color. Just, you know, because it's Halloween colors, right? Thought that would look cool. Why not? Try it out. That's all I got. Those are my plans. My leg from being crossed is asleep. Oh, Lord. So I was toying around the idea of maybe doing sort of like an unboxing of one of the old kits that I have. I have an old Sunset kit. Bag Ladies. I showed this before with everything. I have an old Busilla kit. Cats in the Sewing Room. I was thinking about doing like an unbox with me or just look at it with me. You know, where my face isn't showing on the thing, but like I'd like have the camera facing down and we could open it together. Then I also have this, which is kind of par for the course here, being that I'm on vacation down the shore. This is Dimensions Underwater Paradise. This is an old one because it comes with that kind of floss packaging. I don't have, it's from 1995. So if you are interested in seeing something like that, let me know in the comments. And if not, well, fork. I guess I'll just stitch that. Listen, thank you for being so patient with me and being so kind. This community is like nothing else, and I'm sorry I've been away for so long. You know, life gets lifey. But I hope you guys have a fabulous stitchy time. I never know what to say at the end because I'm like trying to wrap it up, and I am going to go enjoy all my new fancy flosses that I bought, and I'm gonna go hang out with my cats and stitch. I am waiting for the fillies to come back on. I'm a big baseball fan. Huge baseball fan. The Phillies, not to brag, but my boys, the Phillies, have the #1 record in baseball. They are on absolute fire. And they're actually doing sort of like, I guess, a couple exhibition games. They're actually over in London right now. They're going to be playing the Mets tomorrow. No, is it tomorrow? No, Saturday. I don't know. Any whoozy wazy. And then next week, I think Tuesday, they head up to Boston to meet the Red Sox. You hear that, Pam and Steph? My boys, the Phillies, are coming for the Red Sox, baby. Pam and Steph are big baseball fans too. I can't wait to watch the game Tuesday. It's going to be fun. But anyway, I'm not even going to give a timeline as to when I'm going to get back. I hope to be back within a month. But we'll see with work and how crazy it gets and, you know, how life lifes me lately. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the comments, and I'll try to post more on IG. I'm sorry. I'm the worst. All right. See you later from the shores of the wildwoods here. Talk to you soon. Bye.